Right. Okay. So increment and decrement operators. So the plus plus symbol is called as increment operator and minus minus symbol is known as a decrement operator. Okay. So what they do? The plus plus symbol adds 1 to the variable and minus minus symbol subtracts 1 from the variable. That means whenever we want to add 1 or subtract 1, then these two operators can be used, increment and decrement operators can be used. Okay, so these plus plus and minus minus they are called also called as a unary operators. That means they require only one operand. Okay, generally operators we can classify into three types based on the number of operands. Unary operators which require only one operand. Okay, binary operators which require two operands and ternary operators require three operands. Okay, so based on the number of operands, operators are classified into unary operators, binary operators and ternary operators. So our plus plus and minus minus are called the unary operators. That means they require only one operand. So how this plus plus and minus minus are used in programming? The general form is you can write a plus plus m or m plus plus. That means you can write the increment operator either before. Here m is called operand, plus plus is called operator. Okay, so the operator can be written either before the operand or after the operand. Similarly, the decrement operator minus minus can be written in this form, minus minus n or n minus minus also we can write. Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, so plus plus m or m plus plus. Okay, so if you write plus plus m or m plus plus, okay, so this is equivalent to m is equal to m plus 1. Okay, so instead of writing m is equal to m plus 1, we can write plus plus m or m plus plus. Clear? Similarly, minus minus n or n minus minus. Okay, so is equivalent to n is equals to n minus 1. Okay, so instead of writing n is equal to n minus 1, we can write in short minus minus n or n minus minus. Okay, so both forms you can use this increment and decrement operators. Okay, so here if we write a plus plus m, okay, so while plus plus m or m plus plus, okay, so both in these two forms, okay, so both mean the same. Okay, that means plus plus m or m plus plus indicates m is equal to m plus 1, increment the value of the variable by 1. Okay, so mean the same when they statements independently. Okay, so that means if we use plus plus m or m plus plus like this independently in this way, okay, so both increments the value by 1. Okay, similarly this subtraction operator also. Minus minus okay, when they are used independently, okay, so both indicates the same. Am I clear? Are you getting audio and video? Are you getting this audio and video? Is it clear? Yes? Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, so plus plus m or m plus plus, if you use independently or individually, both it means increment the value by 1. M is equal to m plus 1. Okay, even minus minus n or n minus minus. Okay, so individually, independently, in this way, if we use, then they decrement the value by 1. Okay, but why two forms? You may be having doubt in your mind. Okay, so now we'll come to that point, and they behave differently. Okay, and they behave differently when they are used. Yes, yes. Audio is trucking. Huh? Okay, so hope it is clear now. Okay, so plus plus m plus plus, independently if we use, both indicates increment the value on 1. Okay, but they behave differently when they are used in an expression. Okay, so when they are used in an expression on the right hand side, of an assignment statement. Okay, so I'll tell you the difference. Hope you are getting the point here. Okay, so plus plus m or m plus plus, if we use independently, both mean increment the value by 1. Okay, but when they are used in an expression on the right hand side of an assignment statement, then they behave differently. Okay, so I'll give you an example. You can understand clearly. Okay, so example. Say I have int x is equals to 5. Okay, comma, then y, another variable y I am declaring here. Okay, clear? Now if I say x plus plus, x plus plus, so here now when, see here, I'll show you in terms of memory diagrams to you here. Okay, now just see here. Now when this statement is executed, now see the memory diagram. Okay, so this x is equal to 5 comma y. Okay, so when this statement is executed, what happens immediately? I told when variables are declared, immediately compiler what happens? It allocates memory for these two variables. Okay, so 4 bytes of memory is allocated for x. Similarly, 4 bytes. Okay, so on Linux machine, 4 bytes will be allocated. On Windows 32-bit machine, 2 bytes will be allocated. Okay, so we'll talk about a Linux machine only. Okay, Linux operating system. So 4 bytes of memory will be allocated for both x and y in this way. Okay, so this is memory for y. Okay, so since we have initialized x value, okay, so the value 5 will be stored in x. The value 5 will be stored in x. Clear? So here the value 5 will be stored in x, and in y we have not given, garbage value will present. And when you say x plus plus, when you say x plus plus, independently I am using here. Okay, x plus plus, what happens means increment the value of x by 1. That means to the current value of x, to the current value of x, 5 is the current value, plus 1 will be added. Okay, so then the new value will be stored in x again. In the new value again it will be stored back again in a x. Okay, so that's why now the x value will become 6 now. X value will become now 6. Okay, so in simple you can say that when you write x plus plus here, when you write x plus plus here, that means you are informing the compiler to increment the value of x by 1. So what it will do is directly it goes to the x location and increments the value by 1. Okay, so current value is 5, then immediately it makes the value to 6. That's it. Okay, even if you write plus plus x, okay, so plus plus x if you write independently. Okay, so this also means the same. Current value is 5, increment the value by 1, that means x value now will become a 6. X value now will become 6. Okay, so independently if you write x plus 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 x, there is no difference. Both increments the value by 1. Both increments the value by 1. Clear? Okay, but they behave differently when they are used in an expression. Okay, so now I'll tell you how they behave differently. For example, now x is equal to 5, x is equal to 5 and y is equal to, okay, so what I do is I'll take another variable, a is equal to something like a 7, okay, comma, b I'll take. Now I show how it can be different. Now if I say b is equal to, okay, a plus plus, now their behavior changes here. Okay, similarly take another variables here, int something like p is equal to 8 comma q. So the two cases of if I say q is equal to plus plus p, plus plus p, and if I say printf here percentage d a comma b. Now I am printing both a and b values after executing this statement. Okay, similarly if I print a value here, what is the answer we need to understand? A percentage d comma p comma q. Okay, so try to understand these concepts clearly. Now the real meaning of the plus plus you can understand with these examples. Okay, right? So here what is happening here? Now first see here. In terms of memory diagrams, I am trying to explain internally what happens when these statements are executed. Try to understand here. Okay, so first when you declare this a is equal to 7, b, okay, so what happens? For a, memory will be allocated here. For a, memory will be allocated here. Similarly for b also memory is allocated. Okay, so this is memory for the b. Okay, so inside a, now you initialize it to 7. Okay, now after this when the second statement is executed, now see here b is equal to a plus plus. Now here what you are doing, you are writing the operator after the operand. You are writing the operator after the operand. Okay, so if you write after the operand, this is called as a post increment. This is called as a post increment. Okay, so post increment, post means after. after increment. That means the meaning is taken in this way. Okay, so when you write b is equal to a plus plus, which indicates post increment. Post increments, that means you are telling to increment after, increment the a value after. Then first what it has to do? First it has to assign the value to b. That means assign the current value of a to b first, then increment a value. That is what we are telling here. Okay, so what is the current value of a? If you see in the memory, what is the current value of a? 7. So this 7 first will be assigned to B. Okay, so that means 7 will be stored in B. Okay, so then A value will be incremented. Now A value will become now 8. Okay, so now A value will become 8 now. Clear? Okay, so after that, if you write this printf statement, say printf percentage d a comma b. Okay, so what is the answer you will get here? What is the if we write the operator before the operand? The very first thing is for P, 4 bytes of memory is allocated like this. Okay, so this is memory for P and this is memory for Q. Okay, so P initialized. Q is equal to plus plus P. Okay, now see here, plus plus we have written before the operand. Written before the operand. This form is called as a pre-increment. It is called as a pre-increment. It is called as a pre-increment. Okay, so pre means before. We'll write pre-final examinations. Pre-final means before writing the actual final examinations, we'll write a final kind of examination, that is pre-final examination. In this way, when you write q is equal to plus plus p, okay, so what you are telling is, because this is pre-increment form. Okay, so pre-increment operator here, first increment the value of p, that is what we are telling. Okay, so first the value of p will be incremented. Now p value will become 9 here. P value will become 9 here first. Okay, then assign the current value of p to q. What is the current value of p? 9. That 9 will be assigned to q. Okay, so then q value will also become 9 here. Okay, so when you print after this statement, if you print p and q values, what is the answer you will get here? Okay, so p value will be 9 and q value is also 9. Okay, clear? Okay, so this is how the increment operator changes its behavior when they are used in an assignment statement. Okay, so now the actual meaning of pre-increment and post-increment comes into picture. Hope it is clear. Voice stuck out. Why? Oh God. Is it clear now? Voice. Sometimes, okay, so because network issue, I don't know, internet connection is a little bit slow today. Right? Okay, right. Now we'll focus on the content increment and decrement operators. Okay, so is it clear? Now see the difference here. x plus 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 x independently I am using here. I am using them independently. Okay, so when I use them independently here, both mean the same. Increment the value of x by 1. Okay, when you say x plus plus, x value will become 6 here. Similarly, plus plus x, if you say x value is initially 5, x value will become 6. Okay, there is no change. X plus plus anna plus plus x anna independent ga both mean the same. Okay, but when you use in an expression on the right hand side of an assignment statement in this form, see the second example here. Okay, so ikkada ila ee form lo use chesinappudu then their behavior changes. Okay, so then we'll give the name for this increment operator. No doubt here also increment operator, here also increment operator, but based on the place where we are writing this increment operator, then we give a name whether it is a pre-increment or post-increment operator. Okay, so if it is a pre-increment, first post means okay, so what is the actual operation here? Assignment is the actual operation. Okay, so that means doing this actual operation, increment the value of p, that is the pre-increment of, assign the value, then increment the a value. That is the meaning here. So that's why a value, current value is 7, 7 will be assigned to b first. Okay, then a value will be incremented. Now after assigning, then a value increments, a value becomes 8 here. Okay, so that's why if you print a and b value after this, 8 and 7 will be printed here, and here in pre-increment if you print p and q values, both will be printed as 9 9. Clear? Okay, so there are some messages. Let me clarify your doubts. Voice not coming sometimes. Once explain last step, increment. Yeah, I am trying to. Voice not coming. మీరు లాగిన్ అయ్యారా? Okay, right? Once again, okay, now try to understand the concept here. Increment operator, it is increment operator, but based on a pre-increment or post-increment, the behavior changes. Behavior changes. Okay, so independent any other operators, if you use in this way, this is what I am talking about, independently. Okay, right? So please see here. Independently means I am talking about this. Okay, so I am talking about this independently means because you are using with only single variable, you are not using any other operator here. Okay, so independently if you say x plus plus or plus plus x, both indicates increment the value by 1. That means x value initially how much we assigned? 5. Okay, x plus plus if you say x value will become 6. Plus plus x if you say x value will become 6. Itla rasna em kadanna independent ga use. But when you combine with other operators in an assignment statement, then their behavior changes. Okay, so this you should understand how their behavior changes. Now I have given two different examples, just try to understand here. Okay, initially here a is equal to 7 and b I declared here. Now I am saying b is equal to a plus plus. Okay, that means I am writing the operator after the operand. After the operand, that's why it is called post increment operator. Now we give the name to this as post increment. Post means after. Okay, how this expression is evaluated? Computer దీన్ని అసలు ఎట్లా ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేస్తుంది అనేది అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఏం జరుగుతుంది అది మనకు మెయిన్ గా తెలియాలి. Okay, so when you write in post increment form, what happens means the meaning will be taken by the compiler in this way. Post increment means increment after. తర్వాత ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయమంటున్నాం. మరి ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ అసైన్మెంట్ చేయమంటున్నాం. ఓకే, సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఏ వాల్యూ ఫస్ట్ యూ అసైన్ టు బి. వాట్ ఈస్ ఏ వాల్యూ? 7. 7 విల్ బి అసైన్డ్ టు బి. సో బిలో 7 అనేది స్టోర్ చేస్తుంది. స్టోర్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయమంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు అసైన్మెంట్ అయిపోయింది కదా, సో ఇప్పుడు ఏ వాల్యూ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఏ వాల్యూ నౌ విల్ బికమ్ 8. Okay, so after this statement, if you print a and b values, now if you see in the memory, what are a and b values, current values? A value is 8 and b value is 7. So అందుకే ఆన్సర్ ఏమొస్తుంది మనకు? 8, 7 వచ్చేస్తుంది. 8 and 7 will be printed. ఓకే, సో పోస్ట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అంటే ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఆఫ్టర్, తర్వాత ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయి అంటే ఫస్ట్ వేరే ఆపరేషన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది ఫస్ట్ పర్ఫామ్ చేయి, తర్వాత ఏ వాల్యూ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయి అని చెప్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, అట్లాగే దెన్ సెకండ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నౌ ఆన్ ద రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ జస్ట్ యూ సీ హియర్. నౌ p value I am taken initially as 8, then I declared q. Okay, now when this statement is executed, q is equal to plus plus p. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ప్లస్ ప్లస్ ఐ హావ్ రిటర్న్ బిఫోర్ ద ఆపరెంట్, కాబట్టి దీన్ని ఏమంటారంటే ప్రీ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఫామ్ అంటారు, ప్రీ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఆపరేటర్ అంటారు. ఓకే, సో ప్రీ అంటే ముందు, బిఫోర్. ఓకే, సో ఇంక్రిమెంట్ బిఫోర్ యూ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అంటున్నాం. దేనికంటే బిఫోర్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయమంటున్నాం అంటే ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటిది? అసైన్మెంట్ ఫస్ట్. మనం ఏంటి ఇక్కడ అసైన్మెంట్ చేయమంటున్నాం, కానీ అసైన్మెంట్ చేయడానికంటే ముందు ఫస్ట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయమంటున్నాం. కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తుంది కంపైలర్? p వాల్యూ ఫస్ట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేస్తుంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ p వాల్యూ? 8 ఉంది కదా, సో 8 will become now 9. P value will be incremented, so p value becomes 9 first. So first p increments, p value will become 9, then that new value will be assigned to q. Okay, so whenever you are assigning another variable to one variable to another variable, okay, so from memory what is the current value of the right hand side variable will be taken from the memory and that will be assigned to q. So current value of p ఏముంది ఇప్పుడు? 8 లేదు, 8 has gone. Now p value became 9 కాబట్టి 9 will be stored to q. So q value becomes now 9. So that's why when you print p and q value, 9 and 9 will be printed. Okay, clear? Okay, so if it is clear, then we'll proceed here. Okay, so what pre-increment and what post-increment will do, we'll just I'll okay, so here you can say pre-increment operator. Okay, so just take some notes. Pre-increment operator first adds 1 to the operand. Okay, and then the result assigned, and the result is assigned to the variable on the left hand side. Okay, so pre-increment operator means if you want within the parenthesis you can take this form plus plus x, you can say this is pre-increment form. Okay, so what it will do means it first otherwise you know this, because if you use in an assignment statement. Okay, so pre-increment operator first adds 1 to the operand, then the result is assigned to the variable on the left hand side. Okay, so post increment, what it will do? Post increment operator, I'll just copy this. Post increment operator. Okay, so what it will do is it first assigns, then adds 1 to the variable. Okay, so first assigns the value. Assigns the value to the variable on the left hand side, and then increments the operand. Okay, so this is the difference. Pre increment means first increment చేస్తుంది తర్వాత assign చేస్తుంది. Post increment means first assign చేస్తుంది తర్వాత increment చేస్తుంది. Okay, so in examples you can see here these examples. From these examples you can understand. Okay, so how they behave differently when used in expressions. Okay, right? So now we can write a program demonstrating this, but your applied physics sir is waiting. Okay, so we'll stop here. Let me take attendance.